What is going on, people? What is going on? It has been a long time coming. We haven't talked in a while. And we're back to the vlog stuff, right? On and off, on and off, on and off. Like, Julian, what are you doing? Are you gonna vlog? Are you not gonna vlog? You say you're gonna. You talk about these different things you're gonna do, and then we're locked in, people. We're locked in, okay? Just got another, what was this? I think I just bought a 512 gigabyte SD card. We got a lot of time and we got a lot of space, more importantly. I've told a couple people this, and I'm telling you this now, and this is for the world to know. And more importantly, it keeps me accountable as a man as well. This is not really about how many followers or how many subscribers I can get. This is just about real life-ish and kind of just taking you along the journey. And more importantly, this is for my kids. That's what this is for, which I don't have, by the way. But that's what this is for. I think something that's cooler than being like, oh, your dad, he did this, and your dad was doing this and do it, is instead being like, let me show you. Pulling out, this is obviously the wrapper right there that I pulled the SD card out of or whatever. But being able to just pull out just, external hard drives, the orange ones for whatever reason just like come to my head, and it's like just being like having a drawer and just opening that and just being like, what year do you want to see? 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2030, 2031. I don't ever want to stop this camera ever again. And I know that the cameras will get even clearer, they'll get even better, right? Just the quality of things, of course, will always go up. There's no lack of quality here. However, this is the camera I've had. This is the camera I've had in the past, the Sony 6400A, and it's done more than the job. So we're going to continue to rock and roll. This is great. I'm a day trader. Still a personal trainer, still training clients and things like that, helping people reach their fitness goals and whatnot here in Georgia. Just growing up, man. I mean, honestly, in every facet of life. So I'm just super blessed. And so yeah, we're here, man. And I've got so much to talk to you about, so many goals, so many things in mind, and obviously the whole point of this process is to explain these things to you, number one. Number two, obviously lead you to that path and then make things come to fruition. I'll tell you right now, because I have it on my screens right here behind me, and I'll show you my setup here. I've obviously got my keyboard right here. I've got my two monitors right here behind you. I've got my Mac right here. And again, this setup will become bigger and better as well. Guys, just in everything in life, we're just taking, steps up. That's what it is. We don't go backwards, okay? We go up. We get better, we get bigger, we get that kind of stuff. So I'll even show you, which is kind of silly, but it's just talks about all facets of life that I'm like, okay, then this is going to get better. Like, this is going to sound so silly and kind of off the wall, but I don't even drink regular water anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those of you who know me, know I drink Mountain Valley water. The green one, the one that's in glass. I don't drink anything that's in plastic. It's just like, it's a level up. That may seem so stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, why are you talking about that? And it will make sense as time goes and as we continue to share these days together and journey. But one thing I can tell you for certain, to cut to the chase, is here's the kind of daily vlog schedule, if you will. Get up in the morning early, almost before anybody else is up. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Work out, right? Do my cardio on the treadmill, 30 minutes of walking, then get into my lift, and then 30 minutes of walking after. Again, it keeps me nice and lean, keeps me, keeps my body looking the way that I want it to, keeps me fit, keeps me in shape. My food, for those of you who know me from the past or have watched my videos in the past, know that I pretty much eat the same stuff every day. I never have a problem with that. I think that just comes with like sports and playing football. It's just the easiest thing. I think that's also just me being lazy as well. Trust me, tacos and sushi, I'm always down for. Having a margarita once in a while is all gravy on the weekends or something like that. Spending time with friends or loved ones, but for the most part, we're always dialed in. Now, aside from training and keeping my body fit and keeping, the temple in line, so to speak, which is the real wealth, then we move into day trading. So I come back home, I get on with the charts, and I trade. So, like I said, this is an entirely separate journey that you guys have not seen me on, at least in real time, and that's what I want to do. Because I am by no means, the $1 million day trader yet. And I say that without blinking, and I say that because I've already been able to accomplish things in my life up to this point that I'm very proud of. That I can kind of look back or look to the left and go, okay, I've done that, so in turn I can do this. It's not for, bragging reasons, monetary reasons. It doesn't even matter how much money I made or did not make in the NFL. And I made a good amount of money. It's more about being able to enter into a bracket of population, if you will, that literally a total of less than 1,700, 1,600 players are in one, I don't know, whatever you want to call this, environment. And everybody else strives to do the exact same thing. I mean, just on a team, on a college team, if you will, you're talking about 120, 130 athletes. And typically, if you're lucky, depending on what schools you go to, of course, but again, you got to understand that 1,500, 1,600 still makes up the entirety of the NFL, is what I'm talking about. So, the Georgias or the USCs or the Texas Longhorns or the whatever of the world, they might push out 6, 7 guys. For somebody like myself who went to FIU, it's like me and one other guy or me and 2 other guys. So again, I'm super blessed. By no means am I trying to, I was a Pro Bowler or stuff like that. That was definitely in my mind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a household name. I wanted people to have my jerseys. I wanted people to know that I was one of the guys, but it wasn't for anybody else. It was the hard work that I wanted to put in. And that was just obviously like the mental trophy in my head of like, I knew I could do this. But I look back and I'm 28, going to be 29 in June. And I'm like, you know what? It's so difficult to reach the level that I reached. And I didn't really give myself that, that satisfaction, that grace. I never gave myself like kudos to that accomplishment. So enough about that. The point is that because I was able to accomplish that, I'm able to look left, like I said, or look in the past, in the rear view for a second, not to live in the past, but to look there quickly and go, I've done that, so I know I can do this. Less than 1%, statistically speaking, people in the, you do or don't make it in the NFL. So they say, whoever they is, that 10% of traders are successful, day traders, and make consistent profits and can live off of that kind of thing. Well, that is what I am, in works of doing now. So I've obviously blown many accounts. I'm not here to put up some sort of facade or, oh guys, I've made all this money in day trading. Not at all. I've made some money for sure. I've made some nice money. But by no means am I like, oh, I've had, tons of payouts. I'm not saying any of that. And this is part of what I want to be very transparent and open about. Because when I flip the screen and I show you guys the setup, you'll see, Post-it notes and sticky notes at the bottom of the desk, that say, and I'm just looking at it now, make $1,000 a day. Identify the trend, plot the ranges, this, and that. The point is like, sorry, my phone's ringing. Hold on, guys. Wait. Anyway, like I said, it's essentially like just reminders. You know what I'm saying? As any other trader that really does this, that's not just a marketer, and we'll get into all that. And I had to learn what that even meant. Like, what do you mean? Like, and I know it seems a bit gullible, I guess, of me, but like when you get into something new in general, and I've been doing it for about 2 years now, you'd think it's, I guess, more real than it is. And I guess in theory, that can be any industry. But this Forex or day trading industry is pretty wild. I've kind of been able to get behind the curtains on some things, and whether you know or don't know, I've worked for a prop firm before and been the face of the company as the influencer, if you will. I'm not going to get into names. People who know may or may not put it in the comments, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant because I'm no longer with them and I'm not affiliated with them. But it's not all real, guys. And obviously social media, we just know that everything is not real anyways. But the point is I've got these things that are lined up, and, so the best, I'm not going to name out firms and stuff like that, but obviously you'll know who I'm working, not with or affiliated with. I'm not plugging anybody. I'm not going, when you hear me say things about like what, prop firms or funded companies that I work with, like meaning, that I put my money into, that I believe in, is solely because I believe in it. Not because I'm like, oh, follow my link. If I am doing that for any reason, I will tell you. And I'm going to be 100% transparent about that. There's no reason for me not to. There's so many, I would be lying to you if I told you that there's so many different, I guess, ways that you can skin the cat in this industry. And there's a lot of people out there that are just making courses and kind of calling it a day. And I would love nothing more, because I know that I'm a good coach, and I do this in football and training receivers and training regular clients and things like that, that I know that I can give somebody value. However, I'm not doing it because I'm just trying to make a dime off you, but I know that it's BS or that's just fluff. That I'm not going to do. So if there's ever courses there, I want you to be able to refer to this video right here and go, he told me that if he made a course, that he's going to be legitimate about it, that he's going to talk about his real life experiences in the markets, and it's going to be information that you can take and then apply into when you're putting your, whether it be $100 in the market or $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. And this is not financial advice at all. I'm not telling you what to do at all. If you're not sure about trading or whatever, don't do it. And I'm not encouraging anybody to, be a trader. But the videos that follow, and as this journey continues, again now, who's this for? As I told you at the beginning, this is for my kids. So, whoever, right? Whatever my wife and and myself decide to name my kids. Kids, this is for you. This is not for anybody else. This just so happens to be the rest of the world watching this too, or whomever comes on YouTube and sees this channel. But this is for you. So with that said, I'm going to share the real experiences with you. What you see after this, the lifestyle, the cars, the homes, the vacations, it's all for the financial, time, location, freedom. That's it. I don't day trade because I want to look cool. I don't. Because personal training and doing the gym stuff is enough. I can make enough money doing that I don't really need to day trade. I don't need to put my money at risk that I make, in personal training. I don't. And I can build a nice, comfortable life this way, but I have rolled the dice on me my entire life. And I'm not going to stop doing that. So, this is not about making the video just to make it. Again, it's for my kids, but it's also me having to follow through on the video that will be posted on YouTube, which you're watching now, and following through. So it's holding me accountable. Like I get to this camera and what I'm doing right now is making you guys are my accountability partners. So keep me accountable. I mean, honestly, like the people who know me know that I'm very reachable. If you DM me on Instagram or whatever, if I can get to you, I'm going to. Meaning I'm going to reach back out to you. I'm going to let you know that it is possible to reach somebody like myself. I'm not going to make it impossible to reach me. But you do have to understand, like anything else, and I'm telling you now because this is the first video in a while that I'm doing this, and I'm telling you to be as transparent as possible that I'm normal. I mean, maybe I'm not normal. But meaning in like, fun, just lighthearted way. I like playing video games. You know what I'm saying? I like to just chill. I freaking can smash Chipotle every day if it was up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously I like more foods than that, but I'm just saying that, like, guys, life does not need to be complex. However, the importance of keeping my family safe is at my number one priority. So I'm not going to compromise that for anybody. So no, I'm not going to, when I have homes, when I have, condos, whatever the case may be. I mean, as excited as I may be, and I'm saying this now, and I might even forget this when I do this because I'm just so over the moon about, having this new beautiful pet house or something like that. And like, I want to give you guys a tour or something. And I probably will. But I'm not going to give you like all the details. We might already be in there and I show you the inside of it, but I'm not going to show you the outside of it. And you guys could probably figure it out anyways. If I'm looking outside the window, you can figure out what building it is or whatever. But I want you to understand that I'm doing that for my family, to protect my family, because that is all that matters to me. Me having location time and financial freedom is just so I can spend time with my family. And I don't have kids yet. But my mom, my dad, obviously my brothers, you know what I'm saying, my nieces and nephews, my cousins, like all this stuff is important to me. So I will decide, because I'm the one who's on this channel and putting myself out there, if you will, when I feel it's appropriate to show off my loved ones, my girlfriend, whatever. I'm not like, when the time is right and I feel it makes sense to do that and you guys need to know about something, I will let you know. You'll know. But I don't want you to think that I'm trying to keep things from you. I guess at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily entitled to tell you anything, but I'm going to, because this is the person that I am, and because I will look at these videos too as I edit them and things like that, and really, this is more of kind of like a stream, if you will, and just kind of like post it out there, because I want to keep it very like raw and organic as well. If I'm stuttering, okay, well, I'm just gonna chop a couple seconds to make sure it's a little bit smoother, but for the most part, this is just going to run. So we're already at 18 minutes, and I know I haven't really talked about much. I just want to make this very clear about what everything is going to look like. That way you're like, okay, well, what exactly is Julian going to be doing moving forward? The daily vlogs are the training, obviously working out. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I will show you obviously the list that I do. In the past, obviously when I was getting ready for the NFL, I was like putting music behind it, of course. It wasn't monetized because music was playing, and so that kind of shot me in the foot. I want to take this where this can go, guys. I know that I have knowledge to give to you. I know that if I decide down the road to make a course for day trading, it will be with pure intentions and to help you become a day trader. Period, point blank. Nothing else, no other ulterior motives, not to, buy this or that, none of that. Because then I'm not a trader. I'm just a marketer. I'm not doing that. So, as long as we are clear on that, then moving forward, then it's like, okay, it's all good. But make no mistake about it. When you hear me talk about my vision board or what I want to do or where I want to live or, the cars that I want to drive and the cars that I've driven that now I want to purchase, this is not about being self-centered or, oh my God, all you care about is no. So again, kids, this is not about, the money. It's never been about the money. And if you're old enough, or when you're watching this video, if you're old enough, I've probably already tried or I already am in the process of teaching you how to day trade. This has been the most eye-opening profession, if you will, that I've ever encountered. And my peers that are real in this industry is what I'm getting at, have made substantial amounts of money doing this. And, there's people that I've been in contact with even recently, right? It's right now, today is April 5th and 2024 at about 6:45 p.m., 6:42 to be exact. My point is this. I've been in contact with some day traders, and I'll just put it like this because for, I guess, my own reference, when I'm sitting at the computer and my kids are watching this, watch me say this to them. He uses TD Ameritrade. And that's all I'm going to say. And then that obviously in my mind will trigger and I'll know. So if they're watching this in 10 years, I'll know exactly who and I can reference that name. But I'm not going to put that out there right now. The point is I have been in contact with the people who are really making a splash in this market and in this industry, I should say, that have a track record. And that's all I care about. And I've made that known to these folks because I am a serious day trader who is going to be very, very successful and make 8 figures. My ultimate goal, and I think this will happen with my other businesses, I sure as heck hope and will be pushing as hard as I possibly can to make 9 figures. And I don't say that, lightly. I'm very serious about this. Again, it's not about the money for money's sake at all. It's about legacy. It's about what I'm going to leave when I'm gone. This is literally why on April 5th, and I go to Best Buy and I go get this SD card and I go do all this stuff, and I'm going to continue to buy a bunch of other SD cards. So this show just never stops and we just continue to go. Because at this point, there's no reason for me to cut this off. There's no reason for me to stop this because I want to see the ascension. I want to see the rise. Because this is like looking in a mirror, like when you're getting in shape and you see somebody you haven't seen in 3 months, they go, man, you've changed a lot. And you're like, really? Because you look at yourself in the mirror every day. But this is the daily reminder that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because guess what? You guys need a vlog. You guys need a vlog every day. And so I'm challenging myself again because I have time. And if I get busy or I get more clients in the personal training world or whatever, even if I move, I do things, I'm really catching fire on day trading, which is happening currently as we speak, which we'll dive into as well. This camera is not going to come on. It has to. And this is the beautiful thing, is I bought this camera, years ago, and just, it's been like collecting dust. And I'd peek over at it, and it's funny how just, how we work and just how the world works. It's like, I didn't have it tucked away. For whatever reason, I had it out, sitting on the desk. And I was like, okay, I'm coming to it. And today is the day. I don't know why. I don't know the significance of it. I hope that I look back, a year from now, April 5th, 2025, and those are emails, I guess, 2025, and I go, good job. You've been doing this for a year. Keep going. That is the only choice, quite frankly, that I see in my head. And there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations, if you will, because I have not yet mastered my own psychology in the day trading space. All at the same time, and I don't mind sharing this one, and I'll share the other ideas kind of as we go. But, one foot in front of the other, so to speak, or one stone in front of the other. These businesses are building on top of each other, but all these ideas are here. I know my purpose, and that's very clear. I'm hoping that when I'm talking to you kids and you're watching me and I'm sitting there over your shoulder watching you watch me, or not, wherever I'm at this particular time as you're watching this video, that I've made all four companies a major success. Because the reality is, and it's not to be sad about, but I won't be here forever. So, this is super important for me to take everything that's in here and put out into the world. Because I will leave my stamp. There's just no other option. Otherwise, I will feel that life has been completely just unfulfilled and I never pushed. And these are the thoughts that come into my head on a consistent basis. It is legitimately all about legacy now. That's it. So I'm sitting, without my shirt on right now and, vibing. Today has been kind of just a slow one, but again, the day trading is going very well. Actually, today, and I'll just share this with you, and here's the first plug, if you will, but again, just because I'm using it and to give you context, Apex Trader Funding is the company that I use as far as like the funding company. And this is a $300,000 account. Now a PA. Today that was done actually. And so again, this is now, it's payout time, right? So we've taken it from the target is you take it from 300 to 320, and then you have a 7.5 or 7.5K drawdown. That's the parameters. You can't go under that. There is a watermark rule, so you can't. So I know this may sound like kind of weird, but essentially, or boring, I should say, for those who are like, okay, I don't really, but chances are if you're watching this, it doesn't bore you. Or you're an aspiring trader maybe. If you push up to, let's call it, I'm at 300 flat, let's call it, and I push up to 310, and now it pulls all the way back. I'm in profit, let's say $10,000, and it pulls back. Again, my drawdown is 7,500, but there's a watermark. So even unrealized profits, when it goes up there and it starts to drop back down, let's say I go to, let's do the math, I go to 303, right? That's $7,000. So let's say I go to 302.5. That is now my new drawdown instead of 292.5, meaning 300 minus 7,500, 292.5. It's now 302.5 because it went up there and then shot back down. That has happened to me multiple times. So kids, yes, if you hear dad in the office just pissed off or missing out on an opportunity, hopefully there's not a bunch of, broken things or rage going on at this juncture when I have kids and when you're looking at this. However, this has been the journey. And I'm not breaking stuff now, but it's very frustrating. And I don't think that there's enough people talking about the process in which I go through or the mental, just mental beating, if you will, that you take in this journey. It's like, it's all about the flash. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had the money for it now and I had a McLaren or I had a Lamborghini right now, it would just be like if I just highlight that, I throw the charts on the, dual screen right here, which I'm going to turn around and show it to you here in a second. And, with a mixture of a couple dinners and whatever, and I post that on social media and I pin it, and then I just drive money into it. And let's just say I'm making the money off of personal training, and then I'm just throwing that same money to ads on that particular thing. Then it's like, I'm a day trader. And then the only thing that's stopping me from doing exactly what the majority of the people in this market do, or in this industry do, is now drive them to a ClickFunnels of some sort to a course. That's it. And it's crazy. I've talked to a lot of traders. Some of them I've kind of enlightened them on some things. Again, I've been the guy, and it's not to be a hypocrite. I've been the guy, though, that has been kind of the front face of this particular company. Again, the business model is pull them in, get them to sign up for things like this. Very similar, much different. This is a great program here. And I'm not going to go into, like I said, the one that I worked for prior. If you know, you know. However, it's just a situation where, you want to work with the people, and this goes with anything in business. You want to go with the people that are actually paying out people, that are actually truthful, that are just not scamming people. That's it. That's what it boils down to. So, anyways, that's as much as I'll touch on that. The point is, though, is today is a nice milestone day, if you will, but it's just the beginning. So they will reset you back to 300. You'll pay a monthly fee, I want to say, of $100 and some bucks. You can pay a lifetime fee of $300 and some dollars or something like that. Anyway, the point is, you pay the monthly. I want to say you get 2 payouts a month. So it's like a bi-weekly thing. And you have to have it requested within like the 1st and the 15th of the month or something like that. And then you can get your payouts. The first, I want to say 2 or 3 payouts. You can do a max of $7,500, I want to say, per account, if I'm not mistaken, per payout, like max, even if you made much more to start, because they want to see that you're consistent with it, obviously. And more importantly, that you didn't just chuck a trade and just like got lucky and made 100K, let's say. And then it's like, all right, I want a payout. It's like, it doesn't work like that. They want to see that you can be consistent as a trader as well. Anyway, so here's where we're at. So I will obviously pay the monthly thing here coming up once I get that email and start, locking in. Everything else, guys, is then, trading on a day-to-day basis. Tomorrow is Saturday, April 6th, but again, so we pick up Monday. It's like you see these memes or whatever that are talking about traders that are like, and it's like a meme of Pablo Escobar, like where he's in the pool or whatever, and he's just like staring at the empty pool, and it's like, this is what traders look like on the weekends. And it's like that. It's crazy because the conundrum that I have run into is I'm not going to say the like depressed, but I'm saying like you get just kind of like down on the weekends. You're just kind of like, so what do I do? And that is an amazing thing in and of itself, because it's like that used to be the thing I looked forward to. Why would I not, right? It's like I just want to get to Friday, like everything else, Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday in the morning, if you will, if I was working or something, is like just a blur. And then it's like, okay, cool, Friday, and then I get 2 days to just, it's now flipped completely on its head. Monday through Friday is literally the meat and potatoes, which is the meat and potatoes of the entire week. But we don't live that way in society, unfortunately. We just like wait to like put our problems off to the side and just wait for the weekend and then go party and do our thing and then like back to slug mode on Monday. Whereas it's the reverse for traders. So I love what I do. It's very apparent, and I'm obsessed with this. I love this. I love the process. I love the grind. I love the mental strain. But I love having to figure it out and figure me out. I mean, just like journaling and writing down like why do I do the things that I do? You have to like go down to the core, to the deep depths of who you are as a person, and like, why do I perceive the market the way that I do? This may make sense to some people, it may not, but it's just a part of the process. It is. So anyway, I will show you the setup now. I want you to know that the goal is to, again, we're April, May, June. We are 2 months away from my birthday, which I'll be turning 29. I want to have, multiple payouts before then. This particular funding company allows you to have 20 PA accounts, which means, 300K is the max allotted, one that you can go for. And then you can have 20 of those. That's $6 million. That is 100% the goal. Kids, I'm going to make sure that you are funded, and whether you use funded companies. Remember, one thing in business, OPM, other people's money, right? If you have the skill to be a trader, there's no need for you to dump in 7 figures of your own money, even if you have it. That's just being smart business person. That's all. That's not being, you don't have the money, or you're not really that talented because you don't. Am I getting consistent payouts? Do I get wires every 2 weeks or no? If no, then you could be right. But if I'm making money and you're watching this in one of our homes somewhere around the world, meaning my kids, then it's working. So, again, accountability when I make this video for my kids. And like I said, the show goes on. We get in better shape. We, eat cleaner. The life continues to advance and just go up, go up, go up. Is life just in general linear? No, of course not. There's losses. There's loved ones you lose, and there's, what I'm saying? Like there's so much that happens, but I just want to make sure that I cut the camera on so then you guys can experience what I'm experiencing as well in real time, and as I feel appropriate to do, share pretty much everything with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, there's things that I'll, of course, keep to myself. But ultimately, it's like about trading, about what I do on a day-to-day. This is about motivating you, right? Kids, this is about motivating you to push as hard as you possibly can towards whatever your heart desires. I'm going to teach you day trading. If I've not already done that, I'm going to. And this is just that reminder that I'm going to. And a course would be for you. For all of you. It's not to just, again, make money off of it, although it can be another source of income. It's about giving genuine, putting a genuine product out there that is legitimate, because now you kids have to use it and deploy that into the market so you know what you're doing. And then that way I can help you avoid the potholes and the divots in the road so you can get to your goal right now. You need money to have options, to do what you want to do, to live life on your terms. I want you to do what you want to do. I do. That's all I care about. I want you to be happy. But it's going to take a skill to be able to do that. Don't think for 1 second. And like I said, depending on how old you guys are right now watching this, you would have already been, I'm going to be on you about the gym. I'm going to have you in sports, because it's good about knowing what it is to have camaraderie and work with a team. But you're going to learn how to day trade 100%. This is not, and if it's something that, it's like sometimes parents run into this, and I see this because, again, as a personal trainer as well, you see, like, it's like, all right, dad, all right, mom, but you got to hear from somebody else. If there's one thing that you know for certain, is I'm going to put you around the people that you need to be around if what you think I'm saying is a bunch of garbage. Because they're going to regurgitate the same thing or say it maybe in a different way so it clicks. So then you understand that this is important, that you do need to know this. Because you'll also see that they got where they got because of what they're doing. And they may have 5, 10, 15, 20 other businesses, or one other business for that matter. Or maybe day trading is the only thing that they do. But I'm here to share that knowledge because for the last 2 years, I've been head down, grinding, falling asleep to psychology videos, mastering who I am as a person, so then I can extract money out of the markets. Because I'm going against banks and institutions every day and some of the brightest minds in this world. When you look at it like that, you have to be equipped. I'm going to make sure you're equipped. And for those of you who are watching that are not my kids, I'm going to make sure you're equipped. So there will be value there when I'm breaking down charts. There will be value there when I'm in trades or when I make a mistake, learn from my mistakes. That's just how this game goes. Learn from my mistakes so you don't make them. Whether this is, my kids I'm talking to or to you all that I'm talking to. Just learn. So, I'm going to show you the setup here. Let me see. Let me pull this out for you so you guys can see if this would pull up. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's what we can do, actually. That's a good idea. So, that way you guys can see which one I'm talking about as well. I'll pull this up because that will make it a little bit clearer. I want to be in the... I can obviously show you the member, like login information or whatever. But I want to show you just like a regular Apex funding website, just the front of it. That way you can... There we go. Okay, check it out. So, take a peek. This is the setup right here. Look, I've got the Shopify up, a bunch of zero sales right now. Okay, that will obviously change. One of the other companies I'm working on. Apex Funded Trader right there. That's it. And then there's your keyboard, whatever, right? So, again, that is, oops, put you guys back real quick. That is what we have going on. That's the company. You're more than welcome to go look it up, check it out. The Uniquely Different brand is a clothing brand that I have essentially had on my mind for a long time. I've worked it before. I've, obviously sold hoodies, things like that, sweats, that sort of thing. It's been great. However, I've sold, a few to people obviously who know me and know what the brand means to me. And so it's much harder to sell it. And I've actually never done it on Shopify. So this is another thing that I'm just like learning as well, like learning how to market it. And, I'm doing TikTok ads and stuff like that. Again, now this is me talking to my kids. This is also me just journaling as well. Just that way you guys know, like from a vlog perspective of where I'm at currently. April 5th, 2024. Uniquely Different on Shopify, at least, zero sales. In, the real world and people having hoodies and people, sporting my brand, if you will, there's definitely people out there who have it. And some, big name, athletes. And I'm fortunate enough to be around those people because we train them at the gym. But I want everybody to buy into the product. I want to see this whole globe lit up, and people, checking out products and things like that. That's what I want to see. So, today we've had 8 total sessions. Again, I'm throwing just getting better at the ads and stuff like that. I'm about to be making a lot of content when some of the gear, the UD gear comes in for me. That's my sizes, so I can put it on, so then I can push the brand and whatnot. And And we've got some things in store, a couple tricks up my sleeve so we can really push it out there and bring some eyeballs to the page with some of these, big name influential people that I know that I'm very close with. So anyway, it's a grind, but this is just the beginning. And then the 3 other companies you guys will know about very, very soon. But it's one thing at a time. It's build it up one thing at a time. Put one foot in front of the other. Day trading, making money every single day. Not being greedy. Having proper risk management. And we'll dive into this stuff as things progress. But guys, I wanted to jump on here today. This has been 45 minutes. Thank you if you've reached it to this point. Go ahead and subscribe because I don't want you to miss a beat of anything. Every day you'll see me. Every day. I hope for my kids that this is a little glimpse of what's going on, of what the 28-year-old, almost 29-year-old dad looks like. And I'm not a dad, to be clear. I'm not expecting, to be clear. But you're obviously here watching it now. And so this might be, 10 years down the road. This might be 2 years down the road. It might be 6 months from now, obviously. No. But you get what I'm saying. The point is 10 years down the road when my kids are watching this for real, that's what this is for, ultimately. So I hope you guys enjoy the journey along the way. I hope you guys can appreciate what it takes to be disciplined. As an athlete, getting up, working out in the morning is not anything new to me, but it might just inspire you to get up, put your running shoes on, put your gym attire on, and go start to work into, or walk, no pun intended, into a better, healthy lifestyle. So if that's what I'm doing for you, good. If this is a bunch of garbage content for you, but you decided to watch it and you had nothing else to do, sorry about that. But it's not for you. So for those who are here to be here along the journey and want to really see what this thing turns into, I look forward to riding with you. Love you guys so much. And this is something I used to say all the time at the end of my vlogs. And there's no reason, now that I've kind of talked about Uniquely Different, why I shouldn't do it. So I always say this at the end, and you can say it with me if you know it. You are uniquely different. God took his time on you. You're one of one. And if nobody's told you today, I love you so much. Peace.